right, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jared Allen is out there with Prince. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Harris. And it's Temple in at the shooting guard. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's a Wundu in at the small forward.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Vucevic. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Gordon against Prince. Gordon the pass to Fultz. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from 18. Oh, that's blocked. Prince dishes to Dinwiddie. Here's the floater.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
On the wing, Harris. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Here are the Magic now. After Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last three-pointer, here's a Wundu. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Here's Temple. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one misses. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Clock at 6. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Temple. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Fournier against Prince. Fournier passes to Gordon. Over Temple. The Magic again can't hit. Brooklyn trailing. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Harris. Pulls from the top of the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Boy, when Joe Harris is making this kind of shot, turn the lights out.
And the Magic with possession. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Here's Dinwiddie following the basket by Evan Fournier. Floats one. Vucevic with the block. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Fournier. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Orlando on D. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 5. Another shot.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Fournier. Harris's shot is off.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Fultz kicks to a 1-2. Outside Fournier. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jarrett Allen twice on the pipes.
Nets trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Dinwiddie. Prince outside. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Fultz looking around. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Count that bucket.
You've got to be able to keep your composure under duress of the clock, and Vucevic does just that.
Here's Temple. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dinwiddie wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done. Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
Ross is checked in for Orlando. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jarrett Allen. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Garrett Temple. And that one misses. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
Here's Fournier after Taurean Prince's bucket, and stolen by Harris. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Prince. No good. That would have tied it. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Gordon. Back to Fultz. Magic moving the ball around. For three, Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando leading by 5. Fultz with the ball. Here's the pass to Fournier. Misses the 3. So for the Magic, their last game a loss to Utah. Here's Prince. Hits the jump hook. The Magic have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now Fultz. Outside Fournier. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fournier's got a couple of threes now in the first for Orlando. Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. Passes it to LeVert. Dinwiddie outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Fultz the pass to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Dinwiddie covering. Unloads from 13. 5 on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Let's look at the stats for Fournier. Last season's performance for him. Averaged about 15 points a game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And the shot goes in from Fultz. And now it's an 8-point Magic lead.
Boy, Markelle Fultz in the open floor, capitalizing on the defense's mistake. Nicely done.
Prince outside. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Ross. Unloads from 13. That one a little long.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Gordon kicks to Fultz. Here's Vucevic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie outside. Ross against Harris. He feeds it to Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Vucevic.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Jordan. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Burge is checked in for Vucevic. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Aaron Gordon. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in. Boy, DJ Augustine, the number 9 pick in 2008, he has certainly been well-traveled in his career.
And despite the journeyman career, Augustine is playing his best ball now.
Well, it's reflected in his shooting percentages, Kevin. Over the last few seasons, he has really taken off in terms of his efficiency. This is probably one of the most underrated shooters in the NBA.
And the first one drops.
And guys, what you love about DJ Augustine is the leadership he provides to the young guys. They'll lean on him for advice, for knowledge, for sets. This guy is just a key cog.
Both free throws good from Augustine. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship. Boy, guys, when you consider Orlando and 6 straight years in the lottery, the talent they had accumulated, their last draft obviously breaking the streak.
Now here's Ross. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Utah. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Doris, some of those Magic lottery players were ultimately traded in their rookie deals.
Well, think about it, Kevin. Oladipo, Payton, and Hezonja all gone. How do they view the Ibaka trade ultimately? What we know unequivocally, guys, is Orlando is willing to shuffle the deck until they get the cards they want.
That free throw good from Ross. And both free throws good for Ross.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are 2 of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Now here is Augustine. Outside Fournier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, Evan Fournier proving adept right in that instance of making the defense bite and put him at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Fournier.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the left side wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. One second left. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. We've got DJ Augustine. Bamba is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
For Orlando, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
The first free throw is good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here's Augustine following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Fournier, jacks up a 3, and basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Just so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
Pass to Llewellyn. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's LeVert. Bamba with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Birch, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Here's Augustine following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And Orlando making a change here. Owundu's checked in. Allen's checked in for the Nets. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. Bamba's shot is off. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Raptors. Chandler against Augustine. The pass to Temple. Shot clock at 6. Chandler trying to free himself up. Temple gets the bucket. Temple's got his first points in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Augustine. He can't get that one. The Nets go the other way with it. For the 3, Chandler. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Orlando leading by 12. Passes it to Fournier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Augustine, how he did last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. A very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
A floater, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Clearly a foul.
And second-round pick Kurucs ended up starting most of last season for the Nets as a rookie.
Well, think about it. Back in Europe, this guy was playing limited minutes for Barcelona. Some said they were trying to hide him from NBA scouts. But there is no question he is on everyone's radar now, Kev.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Fournier. And the Nets also making a change. Dinwiddie is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And the second free throw, good. So it's Orlando now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Dinwiddie against Augustine. Stolen. Temple can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's a 1-2. 9 points last game out. Augustine up top. He's guarded by Chandler. And he gets it to go. Augustine's got 6.
Well, the repetition, right? DJ Augustine has run this type of play time and time again, and critical, helping him in that situation.
Now here's Chandler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Khem Birch. And it's Fulton for Mohamed Bamba. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in for Rodion Kurucs. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And 2019, Nikola Vucevic becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
Here's Dinwiddie. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 16. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing. And a big new contract for Vucevic, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vucevic, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
It's the Nets now. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Temple. Vucevic defending, and stolen by Gordon. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That is the size and power coming into play right there. Vucevic excels at using his physical advantages to capitalize.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
Augustine, no luck. Nets trailed by 19. Here's Temple. Dinwiddie outside. Over Fultz. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 7 points in the game.
Well, continuing to show confidence in that jumper. Spencer Dinwiddie looking comfortable.
Over to the wing. Here's Vucevic. They get the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Over to the left wing. Knocked loose. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Spencer Dinwiddie. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 17 points per, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
With the teardrop. Prince's shot is good. He's got 6.
At the last possible moment, he changes out of the shot and finds the open man. Perfect decision.
Fultz with the ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Gordon. Rebounded by Temple. Nets trail by 15. Harris finds Prince. To the wing right side. Dinwiddie against Augustine. Clock at 6. Prince dishes to Allen. Intercepted. And now Orlando on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against Toronto.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. We take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
And the first one at the line is good. And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Allen. And it's LeVert in for Garrett Temple. That one is no good. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He has 7. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. It's up a 3. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harris outside. Pass to Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Now Fultz. He has 6. And there's the pass to Ross. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ross has got 5 now.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Passes to LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeVert's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Fultz the pass to Ross. Vucevic against Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. And the Nets making a change here as well. Luwawu's checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Ross against LeVert. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. There's 57 seconds left here in the 2nd. Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. Elbow shot. And he hits the jump shot. Luwawu's got 7 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Pass to Ross. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, what an excellent finish by Terrence Ross. The defense giving him a very hard time, but he was determined.
LeVert the pass to Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie attacking. Good on the bucket. He's got 12.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Pass to LeVert. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Fultz. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And the Magic lead by 17.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
And through 1/2, it hasn't even been close. Orlando out in front, leading by 17. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks, Nick. What got you guys going in the first half?
It was just we've been aggressive and try to be present in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's what we need to do, you know, when we start the game off right, then we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Obviously, it's how you finish, not how you start. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Evan Fournier led the way in the first half. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start. to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. We've got Allen. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Harris in at the small forward spot. Fultz. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Allen. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. 17-point game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Fultz. Wandu passes to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Left block shot on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special. What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Harris. High post Allen. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Allen trying to break free. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Allen. Vucevic against Dinwiddie. And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. Here's a Wandu. Some solid defense from Harris.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
That's good from Harris. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
And so he makes both from the line.
Now you think about it, over time, Joe Harris has made himself a viable option as an NBA player. He's got such offensive versatility.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 8. Pass to Gordon. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And the basket by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 17. Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Now here is Harris. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's in there. Harris has got 6.
So smooth with his shot mechanics. Joe Harris, what a pretty jumper.
Pass to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 16. Dinwiddie outside. Harris outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 21 points a game. 12 rebounds and 4 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Now here is Augustine. 6 points for him. And it's Gordon missing. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And it's Vucevic missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Temple. Feeds it to Dinwiddie. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Vucevic.
I'll tell you, that's just great body control, even when he's getting bodied up. Nicely done, Spencer Dinwiddie.
You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
And here's Augustine. He has 6. The pass to Fournier. Caruch grabs the board. Nets trail by 13. He kicks to Temple. Allen outside. Back to Temple. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Dinwiddie outside. He dishes it to Harris. Pass to Caruch. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Temple.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Iwundu. And it's sent back by Allen. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Terrence Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler comes in for Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Garrett Temple. Now here's Jordan. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan high post. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Now here's Bamba. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Gordon. Birch kicks to Ross. Trying to end the drought. Chandler with the rebound. Nets trail by 8. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
Ross with it. He's got 7. Back to Augustine. Drains the three-pointer. Augustine's got 9.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Out left to the wing. Dinwiddie against Augustine. From 11 feet away, Orlando grabs the miss. Birch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Augustine against Chandler. Augustine passes to Bamba. The shot comes out. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Magic leading by 11. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Pass to Ross. Shoots the 3. That shot misses. Nets trail by 11. Ross with the steal. Outside Gordon. Here's Birch. Kicks it to Augustine. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going. Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Got a piece of it. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan 3rd.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers were really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Now Bamba still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the pass to Ross. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19, and it's good off the back rim and in. And the Magic lead by 13.
I think the skill set of Terrence Ross is seductive. He's got everything it takes to be an offensive force. Can he find consistency?
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And a career high in scoring, Doris, for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had.
Levert's checked in for Caruch. Dinwiddie passes to Luau. He kicks to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
For three, Ross. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Now, here's Dinwiddie. 15 points in the game. And that one, good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Augustine looking around. Out to the right wing. Gordon kicks to Ross. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
And checking out some stats for Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up? Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
One shot.
So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
Now here's Levert. He's got 7, and it's good, 2 points. Levert's got 9.
Now this is yet another example of the growth of Caris LeVert. You almost have to have that floater game in your arsenal.
Down low, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Now, here's LeVert. 9 points in the game so far. 52 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Bamba. Inside, Dinwiddie with the steal. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Prince outside, Latre, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Chandler. Now LeVert. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Over Prince. Can't hit from the elbow. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now let's take a listen on head coach Steve Clifford.
Good offense, right? We got back every time, and we're doing a good job down there. Everything's in front of us. We keep working together. Just stay with it. This is how we got to play. This is how we got to play. Let's go.
And happy with the efforts of his team on both ends. Steve Clifford just wants to see more of it.
And, you know, you can just see everyone trust each other out there. The energy is high, and that's when this group is at its best.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. DJ Augustine out there with Fultz, and there's Mohamed Bamba, and it's Vucevic, and it's Ross in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And here is Ross. after Spencer Dinwiddie getting his shot to go from deep.
And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon, drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line. He is such an excellent free throw shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Evan Fournier is checked in for Augustine. And a change for the Nets. Allen's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 13. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Pass to LeVert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, at 6'7", Doris, Caris LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
That one is off.
Well, think back to Caris LeVert's career at Michigan. It was marred by 3 foot surgeries in just 22 months. And obviously, the medical red flags caused his draft stock to dip. But credit the Nets, who picked him up with the 20th pick back in 2016.
Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. And he ends up missing both free throws. And the ankle injury for LeVert last season, more of a freak accident.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about it, he comes down on top of another player. It ends up costing him 3 months. But even through these tough injuries, what we know, Caris LeVert has shown when healthy, he can be special.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Dinwiddie outside. Prince wide open. And the shot is long.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Fultz dishes to Vucevic. For 3, Fournier. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Down by 15. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Fournier. The teardrop falls in.
Timeout.
Fournier's got 24 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Timeout called the Nets. 7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But, Doris, you look at Mo Bamba. He appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Nets. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kicks it out to Prince. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Now the pass to Gordon. Vucevic with it. Dishes it to Fournier. Buries it from 3-point range. Fournier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Dinwiddie outside. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in. Dinwiddie's got 10 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, this guy excels at using his speed and his big body to cut inside. Nice job, Spencer Dinwiddie.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Dinwiddie following the basket by Evan Fournier. Passes it to Prince. Gordon with the defensive effort. Magic leading by 18. It's Fournier on the wing. No good from outside. Here's Temple. Count that one.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Now here's Fultz, guarded closely. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Left side, Harris. Pass to Temple. From deep. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Here's a one-do. It's tipped out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball, and there it is for him. Dinwiddie's got 12 points here in the second half. Magic leading by 16. That's tipped and stolen by Prince. Kicks it to Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's a one-do. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And the Magic lead by 19.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. He dishes it to Prince. And the pass to Dinwiddie. To the paint. Here's Allen. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And here's Fultz. Dinwiddie with some nice D. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Fournier. He kicks it to Vucevic. Passes it to Fultz. Back to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. No good on the 3.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Pass to Fultz. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Fournier. Dinwiddie outside. Picked him clean. Now here's Fultz. Dinwiddie covering. Wasted no time on that one. 12 points for Markelle Fultz.
Well, terrific to see Markelle Fultz knock it down, looking more and more assertive in the mid-range.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Fournier. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Looking to get back on track here. And the basket by Harris.
When you drive to the cup, you do it with a purpose. And Joe Harris mixing up his attack right there.
Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him. Outside Fournier. The feed to Vucevic. And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Prince. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. Orlando leading by 16. Fultz kicks to a 1-2. Got a hand on it.
Denied by Dinwiddie at 6'6". He can send it back.
Prince with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Here's Dinwiddie. A three-pointer off the mark.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Wondu passes to Vucevic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jared Allen.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Shooting two.
He misses the free throw. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
And he's good on the second. Nets trail by 17. Here's Temple. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Timeout called, the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Evan Fournier.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And Brooklyn has possession. 17-point game. Vucevic against Prince. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Vucevic. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got 7 now in this quarter.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Gordon. The pass to Ross. Lets a floater go. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Ross. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 16. Now the dish to Dinwiddie. Back to Harris. Out to the wing. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Magic leading by 16. Fultz with the ball. Passes to Vucevic. There's 1:47 left in the game. 5 to shoot. Here's Fultz. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 16. Here's Dinwiddie. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, when Spencer Dinwiddie puts his head down and goes to the contact, he is unafraid and fearless. Boy, picking Jarrett Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
And Jarrett Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just 1 season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Iwundu. Now here's Ross. He's tightly guarded. Another miss by Orlando.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Orlando.
They made the most of their free throw opportunities.
They just shot much better, and that improved their confidence, I think, as a team. It was a team that believed they would make those shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Evan Fournier.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Magic leading by 12. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Gordon with the three. The Magic getting another chance here. Vucevic with the bucket.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Jefferson sends it back. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Frazier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. Two from the line that time. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pinson. Frazier covering. Chandler against Maggette. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Here's Maggette. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones, and we just kept grinding, you know. We never let it back in the game, and it felt good to get this one tonight.
Great performance by you guys, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.